Imagine you are suddenly forced out of the only home you have ever known. Your comfortable life is gone in an instant, stripped away by unfair laws of inheritance. Now, you and your family are left with barely enough to survive. You are thrust into a society where your worth is measured only by the money in your pocket, and your only real hope for security is an advantageous marriage. Do you face this harsh new reality with quiet logic and guarded emotions? Or do you wear your heart on your sleeve, risking everything for passionate, reckless love? This is the very real dilemma at the heart of our story today.
Hey readers! Busy life making it hard to finish books? I've got you covered. Before we start, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Let's dive into books in minutes.
Today we are exploring Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Published in 1811, this novel was actually Austen's first published work. She wrote it to explore the delicate balance between reason and emotion in a society that offered women very few choices. In Austen's time, women were incredibly vulnerable. They could not easily inherit property, and their futures depended entirely on the men they married. Austen wanted to examine how different personalities handle this intense pressure. This book is for fans of classic romance and deep character studies. It is also perfect for anyone who has ever struggled to find the right balance between listening to their head and following their heart. Make sure to like, share and subscribe to this channel so we can continue bringing more stories to you. Let us get into the story. The novel begins with a devastating loss for the Dashwood family. Mr. Dashwood passes away, and because of strict inheritance laws, his entire wealthy estate, Norland Park, must go to his son from a previous marriage. This son, John, is weak-willed. His greedy wife, Fanny, easily convinces him to give his stepmother and 3 half-sisters practically nothing. Mrs. Dashwood and her daughters, Elinor, Marianne, and Margaret, are forced to leave their beloved home. They pack up their lives and move to a modest cottage in Devonshire, offered to them by a distant and very chatty relative named Sir John Middleton. This brings us to the core of the story, the contrasting personalities of the 2 eldest sisters. Elinor is 19 years old and represents sense. She is practical, level-headed, and deeply responsible. She believes in guarding her emotions to protect the people around her. Marianne is 17 and represents sensibility. She is fiercely emotional, entirely romantic, and believes that hiding your true feelings is almost a crime. She wants poetry, passion, and dramatic declarations of love. Before they leave their family estate, Elinor forms a quiet attachment to Edward Ferrars. Edward is the brother of their greedy sister-in-law. He is shy, kind, and completely unlike his snobbish family. However, Edward is entirely financially dependent on his controlling mother. Though Edward and Elinor clearly care for each other, Edward acts strangely distant and troubled. Elinor keeps her hopes and anxieties carefully hidden to protect her mother and sisters from any unnecessary worry. She suffers in complete silence. Meanwhile, in their new home in Devonshire, Marianne's love life takes center stage. The sisters are introduced to Colonel Brandon. He is a wealthy, honorable man in his mid-30s who instantly falls in love with Marianne. Marianne, however, dismisses him completely. She thinks he is far too old, boring, and incapable of true passion. Soon after, Marianne gets caught in a rainstorm and sprains her ankle. She is rescued by a dashing, handsome stranger named John Willoughby. Willoughby is everything Marianne has ever dreamed of. He loves the same poetry, shares her passionate nature, and sweeps her off her feet. They spend all their time together, completely ignoring the strict social rules of the time. Everyone in their circle assumes they are secretly engaged. But the story takes a sharp turn. Suddenly, Willoughby announces he must leave for London immediately. He offers no explanation and does not propose. Marianne is utterly destroyed. She cries for days, stops eating, and refuses to be comforted, letting her grief completely consume her. While Marianne is publicly mourning, Elinor receives a shocking blow of her own. A new acquaintance, a cunning young woman named Lucy Steele, secretly confides in Elinor. Lucy reveals that she has been secretly engaged to Edward Ferrars for 4 long years. Elinor is absolutely heartbroken. She suddenly understands why Edward was so distant. Yet, because Lucy told her this in confidence, Elinor keeps her promise to stay quiet. She continues to smile, manage the household, and comfort her sister, burying her own agony deep inside. The plot thickens when the sisters travel to London. Marianne writes letter after letter to Willoughby, but he completely ignores her. When they finally cross paths at a crowded party, he coldly brushes her off. The very next day, he sends a cruel, formal letter returning her notes and announcing his upcoming marriage to a very wealthy heiress. Marianne completely breaks down. The betrayal is absolute. Soon after, Colonel Brandon visits Elinor and reveals the dark truth about Willoughby. Willoughby is drowning in debt and has a history of reckless behavior, having previously ruined a young woman under Colonel Brandon's care. Willoughby chose money over his love for Marianne. Just as Marianne's dreams are shattered, Elinor's secret finally explodes into the open. The news of Edward's secret engagement to Lucy Steele reaches his furious mother. She demands he break the engagement immediately. When Edward refuses out of honor, she disinherits him, giving his entire fortune to his younger brother. Edward is left with nothing, but he stands by his word to Lucy. Seeing his noble sacrifice, the generous Colonel Brandon steps in. He offers Edward a modest living on his estate, so that he will not face ruin. The climax of the novel tests both sisters to their limits. The stress and a reckless walk in wet weather cause Marianne to catch a severe, life-threatening fever. She hovers near death. Elinor nurses her day and night, terrified of losing her sister. Thankfully, Marianne survives. Coming so close to death brings her a profound realization. She looks back on her behavior and sees how selfish her unchecked emotions were. She realizes that her indulgence in grief almost killed her and caused unimaginable pain to Elinor. She finally sees the quiet, massive strength in Elinor's self-control. Marianne vows to change her ways and learn from her older sister. In the end, fate rewards both sisters. In a shocking twist, Lucy Steele realizes Edward is now poor. She selfishly breaks their engagement and marries his newly wealthy younger brother instead. Edward is finally free. He rushes to the Dashwood cottage and proposes to Elinor. For the first time in the entire story, Elinor's careful control breaks. She bursts into joyful tears, and they are happily married. As for Marianne, she slowly learns to appreciate true worth over flashy charm. She recognizes the deep, steady, and unwavering devotion of Colonel Brandon. She eventually marries him, discovering a love built on profound respect, gratitude, and genuine care, proving that a quiet love can be just as beautiful as a passionate one. Key takeaways. This brings us to the key takeaways from this incredible story. The first and most important lesson is the necessity of balance. Austen shows us that pure logic can be cold and self-destructive, while pure emotion can be dangerous and selfish. Elinor almost loses her chance at happiness by hiding her feelings too well, while Marianne almost loses her life by letting her feelings run wild. The healthiest path in life is finding harmony between your head and your heart. The second lesson is about the illusion of first impressions. Charming, outgoing people like Willoughby can easily hide deep character flaws. On the other hand, quiet, reserved people like Colonel Brandon often possess the greatest loyalty and worth. Austen reminds us to take our time evaluating people. Finally, the book teaches us about the power of resilience. Elinor shows that endurance, patience, and self-control are incredible forms of strength. In our modern world, where quick reactions and oversharing are the norm, this book invites us to process our emotions constructively and think about how our reactions impact the people we love. This book is a must-read for anyone navigating relationships, dealing with sudden life changes, or simply trying to figure out how to communicate their feelings without letting those feelings take over their life. So what do you think about this book? Did its ideas resonate with you, or challenge the way you see things? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you took away from it. And if there's a book you'd like me to cover next, drop that below as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.